We're here on Hurricane Island, which is a wonderful spot. It's an old quarry island that is just southwest of Vinyl Haven. For 5 weeks we've been living out here on Hurricane and working off the shore of Vinyl Haven. The reach where the ferry goes in between Greens Island and Vinyl Haven, we've pulled out traps from the bottom, 181 there, and then Potato Island, just outside the main harbor, Carver's Harbor, we pulled out another 173 traps for a total of about 15 tons of material that we removed from the ocean.
Before we even put divers into the water, we're working with local lobstermen to identify problem areas that they know they've lost gear, either via cutoffs or stuff that they've snagged or snarled.
Once we've located these particular areas, we will then send teams of divers down with boat support above them. We'll go down, we'll locate these traps, we'll make sure they're free of the rocks or debris underneath.
They're usually very easy to find. Within a couple minutes, we'll see a trap. One person pulls on the dive flag 3 times to signal to the person on the boat up above that we need a line to attach that trap. So the person up above grabs the dive buoy, hooks on a weighted carabiner, and it sinks down to us, and we hook that carabiner with the line and the toggle to the trap.
And then the diver moves on to repeat that cycle and find as many traps as we can on the bottom. Then they come back with another boat that's fully equipped to haul traps and go through all the hauling and pile up those traps, record them, record the latest tag, that is the permit holder's tag on the trap. And there are some for which the latest trap tag is 1996. So it gives you a sense of the resistance of some of these traps to corrosion.
Once they're on the shoreline, our process is to remove the aluminum funnel hoops, any hard plastic components, bait bags out of the trap, as well as cutting out any of the bricks, making the traps much lighter at this point.
And then they're crushed in what looks like a modified wood splitter. And then those go on to be incinerated to burn off all the plastics. And that is done in a carbon capture system so it doesn't pollute the environment. And then that steel that's left over is recycled in a metal recycling facility.
The objective of this project is multiple fold. It's one, to provide the lobstermen with the ability to regain some of their fishing ground. We've been using these traps for so long, and there's been some areas where the fishermen have told us that they can't fish there anymore. They're too likely to get snarled on other traps and other debris that's down there. So clearing that debris is key to allow the lobstermen to continue to fish and to continue to be successful in those areas where the lobsters are still located. And lastly is just to improve the health of the whole ocean. As these traps break down, they're letting go plastics and metals and all sorts of bits into the water that once they break down into those micro components are very hard for us to remove. So if we get them now when they're large, it's less likely that those are going to end up in our environment and impacting the organisms and likewise us.
I was lucky enough during the heyday of our generation, so to speak, to be able to go out and fish for lobsters and herring and shrimp and scallops and halibut. Oh my gosh, we used to catch halibut all over the place. And at this point, you know, we're down to fishing for lobsters and a few other smattering species. What we're trying to do is, if we clean up the ocean and remove as much plastic as we possibly can, we're going to help the ocean rebound. I really strongly think that what we had here at one point we will have again. It might not be exactly the same thing, but it's going to be something that we can hopefully keep sustaining over many years.